Matthew chapter 10 verse 37 says that he who loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he who loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. We have to love God more than anything and anyone in this world. A lot of people say that they love God with their mouth, but we show love through our obedience. Guys, we gotta watch what we eating out here. A lot of stuff that they put in the fast food and a lot of foods that we consume, it contains certain chemicals that can make us happy whenever we eat that certain food. So that could lead to overeating and overweight. Gotta work on having patience. Patience is a fruit of the spirit. Galatians 5:22, along with others like kindness, self-control. We have to have patience to wait on what God has for us. We get eager sometimes, and that's cool because we humans. We do that. But we have to wait sometimes. When we wait, we make better decisions. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 16 states that, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. Being holy means to be set apart. Abstaining from what the world does, abstaining from willful sin, not participating in these Western holidays. This so-called life that we live in right now, this isn't even the real life that God has prepared for us. That's why we have to follow all God's commandments and statutes while we're down here on this earth to live the life that He has prepared for us. Our spirits are going to live forever. So we're either going to go to heaven or we're going to go to hell. That's the real life, because real life is eternal. People take advantage of you if you let them. It's not good to say stuff all the time, but we have to use our discernment. We have to speak up sometimes. A quick little story time right quick. So we was out riding quads and I was on my bike yesterday, right? At first it was just me and my cousin riding. Then we end up linking with 3 other guys. Long story short, cop lights. Okay, so I pull over and my cousin pull over with me. Other guys kept going. So my bike has a license plate on it. It's street legal, but I got 2 tickets. It's crazy. No helmet, and I didn't have my license on me. Even though I was the only one who was legal to be on the street, I got in the most trouble. More of the story: when God sets you apart, you can't be hanging around a lot of people. You just can't. It doesn't make you better, but God separate you because He sees something in you for a reason. Stay blessed and learn from my mistake. Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Carnally minded means thinking of the natural, worldly. We have to realize that everything is spiritual. Everything around us, we are spiritual, but we were programmed to think carnally. We're going to either be separated or we're going to be elevated. God going to separate you from them, or He going to use them to help elevate you. It's good to stay busy with a hobby or on your purpose. They give us less time to be doing stuff that we don't need to be doing. We have to spend time with God through prayer, fasting, and reading our Bible, because it's important to know the voice of God from our own thoughts. It's important because we're going to need instruction from Him, especially in these times. Everybody is out here chasing happiness. Everybody want to go on trips. Everybody want to have fun. Everybody thinks they deserve this and deserve that. But what makes you happy might not make the next person happy. That's why relationships don't last, because they're not happy. But here's the thing. Chasing happiness is unfulfilling. In Ecclesiastes, after King Solomon gave us all that wisdom and talked about how vain it was to have all that wisdom, and everything of this world is all vanity. Chapter 12 verse 13, the last verse says that, fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. See, instead of happiness, we have to chase purpose. The whole duty of man and woman, and also children, is to fear God and keep His commandments. This is what fulfills us. Fulfillment And purpose goes past happiness. It gives us a reason to be here. It gives us joy. Joy should be pursued instead of happiness. After a relationship, it's good to be single for a while, so God could cleanse us from the soul ties that we made with that person before we can move on to another person. Especially if you had sex with that person, because sex is actually when you become married. That's when two becomes one. So we have to be cleansed. We have to be separated from that soul tie before we can move on. Living a life to please God is not easy. We have to pick up our cross daily. So we have to fight against our own flesh and our own sinful desires every single day. And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. It's not easy. Everybody don't have the strength and the discipline to do so. So if you are hanging there, you're doing great. Gotta be out here in nature, enjoying the sunlight, the things that God made. All this technology is convenient, but it wasn't meant for us to have all this stuff. This is the devil's way to keep us distracted.